This is going to be a quick video on the Hitachi C10RJ worksite table saw that just came out a month ago. I've looked everywhere for reviews on this thing. There's only one video on YouTube, period, regarding this saw. The guy does a pretty good breakdown of the review and his impressions. I don't know if this is just me, but this is something that I do. I like to work from this side just because I'm a noob and I'm deathly afraid of kickback. So just because of the orientation of my shop, it's usually on this side. That means I usually rip with the fence on this side. And normally on every single saw, I didn't even look at this because everything else on the saw is so well designed for the money, and I honestly don't think it's anything worth taking it back over. But there is no zero mark directly under the blade. That starts at, like, it's between 12 and 13 and whatever this is, and it's because there's offsets. This ruler is designed entirely for ripping to the right side of the blade. There are 3 screws here, 1, 2, 3, and it's like spaghetti code reading the instructions on how to set those screws in the manual, and there's only 2 pictures and a lot of alphabet soup mapping this screw, this position of this screw, to the orientation that this is supposed to be in, because this flips. You can take this off. You can, oops, I just locked it. You can rotate this so that this side is up like that, and it has this side right here, or like this for the extension table. It goes all the way out. You can rest your wood on here, and it's nice and flush with the table. And then if you want to put it on the other side for rip left, you have to flip it around like that, and then catch the other set of screws. So functionally, you definitely can put that on the rails and rip left, but you cannot use the ruler. I don't really know, like, this is just one of those things that really pisses me off, because when I called Hitachi, I knew before I called them that this was just an oversight. This wasn't something that was thought through. And so I called Hitachi, got a support person, like, explained in probably far less sentences than I've gone into so far in this video, exactly what the deal is. There's no zero mark under the blade. There's no references for ripping left. And the guy puts me on hold for like 10 minutes, comes back, and he's like, yeah, I'm standing in front of one right here. Hitachi has a 90-day warranty, or whatever their warranty is. So he went straight to the warranty thing, and it's like, this is my second saw, my buddy's third saw, because we've sort of been leapfrogging each other's bad decisions. But I do not feel that this is a badly designed saw otherwise. And for them to blow it on this, it just seems like one of those things where either they put the noob on designing the ruler, or they haven't even noticed this is out of whack yet, or that you can't do that. The instructions are so inadequate in the manual for how to align these things, and it just seems like it's like when somebody doesn't want to explain something to you because they know that they're guilty. It seems like they blow right past that section in the manual as fast as possible before you realize that you can't rip left. And setting up the rip right positions for these is also fairly confusing, but straightforward once you understand it. Once you understand what they were thinking when they designed that. It really will only take you like 5 minutes or so to flush this up against the blade and scoot the window over to 0, and you can definitely get a 0 on the near cut on this. And I'm not entirely sure what you're supposed to do on the far cut, because it starts at like 8 inches, and I measured it last night. Unless they're talking about moving this saw 8 inches and then setting the 8 inches there, which is my assumption right now, this is absolutely not 8 inches. That's something like, I don't know, 13 inches, maybe even longer than that. But long story short, if you want to rip left on this brand new Hitachi C10RJ, you cannot. Other than that, you know, I've only had this for one day. At least it survived more than 3 hours of ripping waste cardboard, which the Ryobi $129 version did not. I'm sorry, the $199 version did not, because of zero dust collection and was basically choking on its own sawdust. That's a whole separate story, but I digress. Other than this one problem so far, my very immediate early reactions are that it's pretty well built, but this really pissed me off. All they had to do was either, I would much rather have rip left annotations on this ruler than the extended one. I think they could have figured out a way to do this. They could have made it tiny print. I don't give a shit. There's enough, and I have terrible eyesight. They could have easily figured out a way to do this simply just by reprinting the ruler. And they didn't. So it's your problem now, or you can buy another saw. But that's it. Thanks.